250 press conference, St. Louis Supercross. Congratulations, RJ Hampshire, Jet Lawrence, and Mitchell Oldenburg on the podium today. Good job, guys. RJ, I'll start with you. Emotional. The podium. It was good to talk to you up there, man. Just kind of take me through it now that you've had a chance to settle down, talk to the family a little bit, and just, great night for you.
Yeah, it was huge. The first 5 rounds were so mentally draining. Like, there wasn't much positive. Like, it didn't matter if there was, there really wasn't, one practice that we didn't really have a positive. So, from the beginning of the day, just felt right. The team, dude, they've been crushing it. And I say, I kind of shoot you straight on what's going on, but these guys went to work for me, and you could tell today was a different bike than what I've been on. We've made a lot of progress. Yeah, like I said, from the beginning, I was P1 in free practice, which I haven't been at all. I was P1 in first timed also, so I knew I had my comfort back, just kind of trusting the bike a little bit. And then, yeah, I mean, dude, my starts were unreal all night. I think I whole shot at every single main, even the red flag one. Yeah, the mistake that first main event, man, I'm very lucky to even get back up, because that could have been a big one. But before that, like, man, I felt good, really good on my bike, and I haven't had that. I don't think I've ever felt like that on the bike. And yeah, it just kind of grabbed me weird. I didn't even cross rut, just kind of shot me right a little bit. And like I said, thankful I was able to pick it up. And then, yeah, just my starts tonight were solid. And I think that's kind of why, we were able to get some help from Jet there on that last one. But still a huge night for my whole team and my family.
When you're working through a new model like that, and I mean, obviously you looked a lot different, and you're saying that. So is it suspension, chassis? Is it just comfort, like you guys always talk about? I mean, it's a new model, so it's always developing. But take this as far as you want to. But in detail, like, what was it that you were searching for that dramatically affected everything from the last time we saw you?
We just got the bike so late, and didn't really have much test to do. Like, we're still low on parts and stuff, so you don't really have the options. And then, we're cycling through a lot of things, outside of, what we were looking at. And then, we found an issue, and then now we had to revisit it all again, because that was a big issue that we were struggling with, the whole package. But Indy, we figured it out before Indy. I just didn't have the time to ride with it. So literally I showed up with Indy and was just kind of like, all right, let's see what we got here. And then, yeah, those 2 weekends off helped out huge. You could tell I was a lot more comfortable, kind of knew what my bike was going to do a little bit. And, yeah, just super stoked for this whole team.
Congratulations, man. Big night. Jason Wygant, we'll kick it off with you.
Yeah, thanks. RJ, when you have been super honest, as you said in these press conferences, what's the atmosphere at the truck when they hear you say those things? Do they take that in stride? Do they get bummed? Do they tell you not to be frank? I mean, we appreciate it. What's the atmosphere when you get back after that?
I mean, no one's really said anything to me about it. I mean, I'm going to be honest, if sometimes it might go a little bit too far. But yeah, I mean, we all work way too hard to be out here and not be able to perform, at the level we should. And, yeah, I was frustrated, but the team was frustrated also. So it's not, just all on me. We all wanted to be better, and we all knew we could be. So, yeah, like I said, tonight was a big win for me, but also a big win for this team, big win for Austria. That was cool. We were both able to get a main event or get it overall tonight, even with Marv. So, yeah, stoked for the whole Austrian brand, and, yeah, especially Husqvarna.
David Iser.
Thanks, Daniel. David Iser, DMXS Radio. RJ, this one's for you. Some of us are old enough to have covered your entire career through amateurs all the way up into pros. We've seen how close you've come. We've seen the different rides and points and forks in your career. You've worked so hard to this point to get your first win. How does reality match up to the dream?
Man, it's huge. Like, you almost start believing that you're never going to win one. Like, it's been that long that it's like, okay, like, man, maybe Supercross just isn't meant for me. Like, yeah, like I said, Jet definitely helped me there with that third one. But I've been in the situation to win a couple of these now, and I've thrown them away, and I thought I was going to throw it away tonight with that big one. So just putting yourself in the right situations and being able to, be there. Like, I came into this weekend just hoping to have a shot at battling with Jet. Like, I want to be able to at least see him and be able to ride how, we should be. And, because, last race we got a third, but, dude, I was so far back. We were in our own race. So, I didn't come here, wanting to win of course we want to win, but just kind of different goal, like, be in the fight. And, tonight we were there.
Well, hopefully we won't wait too long for the next one, man. Congratulations.
Michael Antonovich. Muted. Still muted. We'll try to come back to you. Jamie, Moto X Pod.
Mitchell Oldenburg, congrats on the third. You've been working really, really hard this season, getting better every week. Just talk about this third place, man. It was a good night for you.
Yeah, it's been a long time. A lot of stressful couple of years, just not knowing if this was what was meant for me in life. It's kind of unique. Our sport is unique in that way that we all take different paths and different journeys to get to where we are in our careers. And the last couple of years, like I said, I didn't know if this was supposed to be what I was supposed to do in life. So just super thankful for Genova and Tony Alessi and the Moto Concepts team and giving me this opportunity and just believing that I can do it, because you definitely start to question and doubt yourself when it just doesn't happen and you keep working and it's just not working out. So crazy night for me. This one probably felt the best. I felt like my other podiums I was expected to do it, and this one really tops them for sure.
Nice, man. A lot better than building fences, huh?
Yeah, a lot better than building fences.
Revista Moto.
Hey, thank you. Hey, RJ, can you talk a little bit? How aware are you of the expectations that are thrust upon you as a likely champion rider in either Supercross or motocross? And does a win like tonight get you ready for the motocross season?
We're all expected to win whenever we, have these factory rides, and that's kind of been my whole career. Lots expected from me, I work as hard as I can. You can tell I want to win every time I'm out there, and sometimes I try almost too hard, and it does bite me. So it's not a lack of effort or anything like that. Just like I said, putting myself in the right situations and being able to capitalize on mistakes that other people have, and people capitalize on my mistakes quite a bit. So it was nice to get one tonight. For outdoors, like, I honestly haven't even rode outdoors yet on this new bike, but we have a lot of positives already. So I'm looking forward to it. We're on outdoors this week, so excited.
Great, thank you.
Alex Gobert.
Thanks, Daniel. Alex Gobert, MotoOnline.com. For Jet Lawrence, on nights like this, when it seems like obviously the potential victory gets away from you, you don't seem overly frustrated on the podium. But what's the feeling for you inside? How frustrated do you get, or is it just a case of still on the podium, still good points, and obviously good for the series as well?
I was looking forward to maybe going all clean sweep. RJ was making it for sure hard on me of getting awesome starts. I sucked on starts. I was thinking I should be okay this week, so I didn't do them on Thursday or any starts this week. I'm like, I should be okay, and guess I wasn't. So, it sucks. I gave that third motor kind of sucks. I gave the guy as much room as I thought, but then I guess you just have to be more cautious around them. But I think I blame myself more on myself than the other guy. We all get sketchy through the whoops, and I just should have known and gave him even more room. But I mean, RJ deserved tonight. He was there each time, had good starts, and actually put himself in a good position where I was a bit all over the map. But doesn't really change much. I mean, I got a fairly comfortable points lead. I wish I could have kept the win streak going, but I mean, it is what it is. I still got a second, thankfully, and we're just gonna keep on charging, going to Atlanta, and hopefully we can maybe finish it off sooner than later.
Okay, thank you. Well done.
Trent, Moto Limited.
Thanks, Dan. Trent Moto Limited. I'll stick with Jet and build off that one. As you said, he starts one of the greatest tonight, but it just seemed like it was more chaotic back in the pack there. Daniel there spoke to Phil Nicoletti after that restart as well. Just was it more chaotic back there because you've managed to pick your way through quicker through the year, but that last one looked like you just had to take your time because there was people everywhere.
Yeah, it was. I mean, everyone was going, taking up a lot of the track, and I just took my time, and I was still pushing pretty hard, and it's this layout was very, very simple. Well, not simple, I could say. It was very a basic layout where everyone was doing the same rhythms. So it wasn't like Indy where Cameron and I were doing different rhythms, like 3-in quads, and the top guys doing that where some of the privateers weren't. So it was kind of everyone was so close in time. It was literally to see like how much you can actually make up just in corner speed, really, which made it a lot more closer in racing tonight. But yeah, it was a little sketchy being in the mid pack. There was some guys going everywhere, and I mean I got pretty lucky in that first race with some lady luck. But yeah, I just had to be calm through those first few laps with being that far back in the pack.
Awesome. Congrats on the points lead.
Cheers, mate.
Ryan with Cycle News.
Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, this one's for RJ. Can you just take us through that crash and how you're able to just jump up so fast in race one? And how are you feeling after that?
Yeah, man, I was as soon as so actually, all right, let's go back to practice. I think it was our last qualifier. I was right behind Jordan Smith, and he literally did the same exact thing. Like, you don't even cross right. It's just one line that I think they kind of filled in a little bit, and it happened to shoot you right. And, yeah, so I was 3 and on, off, and, dude, I literally don't even understand how it happened. It just kind of went right, and then there's so many things going through your mind whenever you see tough blocks and you know you're going to be landing on them. I just kind of, like, all this is going through my mind, and then I think about Dino. I think it was Arlington or whatever. Like, dude, he landed directly on a tough block and just kind of rolled out of it. So, like, I kind of had an option to either go right and land halfway on it or just stick to where I was and just hope for the best. So, yeah, I was like, man, this isn't going to be pretty. I mean, either way. So let's just kind of land on the softest thing possible. And then I kind of slid it on the concrete into the wall. And I was like, all right, I'm good. I can hop up. And then there's a banner stuck in there. And I've already gone through the whole banner situation last year where at Millville I completely DNF'd because I got on it too early. So then I had to be kind of calm. My front end was all tweaked up. Yeah, I thought I threw my whole night away right there. So was very lucky to escape that pretty good. And luckily I had a pretty good lead already, so I didn't lose too much time. Yeah, and then that second main, I just kind of was like, man, this kind of last-ditch effort here at the end. I knew we had a pretty big lead for third, and you guys can probably tell already that I'm not just going to kind of lay over. So gave it all I had, and, yeah, that was it. And like I said, just got lucky there on the third one with Jet, having his issues. So glad to finally have it kind of fall in my hands on one night.
Billy Rainford, Direct Motocross.
Hey, thanks, Daniel. Billy Rainford, Direct Motocross. Well, since it's Masters weekend and they did that golf bit on the broadcast, I've got to ask, firstly, just as a joke, Jet, what are your guys' handicaps out there on the golf course? But more seriously, next week we've got the East-West Showdown coming up. Everybody this week watching this at home on YouTube, whatever, is going to be wondering, going to be having bench races, Jet or Christian Craig. How important is it to prove that you're the fastest 250 guy this year, or do you just worry about your points? What do you risk to go for a win next weekend? But what's your handicap?
Yeah, handicap. We ain't even that good enough to even worry about that. We just hit the white ball as far as we can. And going next weekend, I mean, I don't think it's a real big deal. I think if you go down like 5 years, in the future, if people ask in 2022 who won the Atlanta East-West Shootout, people ain't going to care really. They're going to be worrying about who won the championship more often. I mean, if it comes into this works together, we end up having a battle, I mean, we'll give it our best shot and not try and put each other on the ground and wreck our own title chances. Because but both of us have pretty comfortable leads, but we also don't want to lose have a DNF and lose that whole points lead. So I mean, if it comes it just falls into place, we'll go at it. But I mean, it doesn't really mean too much to me. I'd rather just get on another podium and just keep that points lead just safe.
All right, makes sense. Thank you.
Jason Wygant.
Yeah, thanks. I'll go to you, Mitchell Oldenburg. I want you to talk about your team and how they're a privateer team that is able to compete at the highest level, especially in the 250 class, which is tough, having motors and things like that are fast enough. So I want you to talk about how good your team is and also how this relationship came about. Did they approach you? Did you approach them? How did this story start?
I've kind of talked about it a couple times this year, but basically just the end of last year, I was pretty much over riding a dirt bike for free, basically, and got a family to feed, had a baby on the way, and started a fencing company back home in Texas. So kind of did fencing all summer, and then Tony Alessi had texted me kind of out of nowhere in, I don't know, end of July, early August, and said, hey, you available for a phone call? So yeah, talked to him and Mike, and my whole impression of it was going to be a 450, and we were just going to go race. And I don't think it was till like the third or fourth phone call that they were like, no, we want you to do 250 one coast and then 450 the other. And I was all about it because I feel like I have some unfinished business in the 250 class still that I just think there's still stuff that I want to accomplish in the 250 class. So it's been amazing. It's been it's been a true like family feeling. They both Tony and Mike, I think they've been through the sport in every position possible, as a father, as a team manager, as the highs and the lows. They've kind of seen it all, and I feel like they understand what we go through as racers, which is something that I think a lot of people don't even have the slightest clue of the ups and downs of the sport. And it's been real comforting and yeah, just comforting to come in after a decent or a bad session and them just being like, you're good. Like if you don't have it tonight, just go give it your best, and where we end up is where we end up, because if you can only get a fifth, like there's no sense in going for a win and killing yourself. So it's been really refreshing, and it really takes the pressure off. Obviously, I put a lot of pressure on myself, but the team, I feel like there's zero pressure from them. It's just go out there and give it your best, and I feel like they truly care about me as a person and as a father and as a human being.
David Iser, and then we'll close it out with Jamie, Moto X Pod.
Hey, Jet, this one's for you. You've gotten really good at coming back from crashes earlier in races. Are you tired of doing that yet?
I mean, obviously, you don't really want that at all. Tonight, I think it was probably one of the hardest ones because everyone was so close in times. It wasn't like I was making heaps of time in this section or that section. We're all pretty close, so it was a lot more difficult tonight. But no, I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather stay up there and stay on two wheels, and at least be in the top 5 on the first 2 or 3 laps, so I at least have a good chance.
And unfortunately, Cameron wasn't able to race tonight. When you heard that news, I know that going into the rest of the season, every race is individual, but does that change your outlook, championship, managing that throughout the rest of the year?
No, not really. I mean, it's I was there when he did it, and to be honest, I was truly bummed, really, because he from last year to now he didn't do anything wrong, really. I mean, he was riding fantastic. I had more bigger mistakes than him, but he was riding really good this year, and it's really truly bummed because it's not easy to be at the top of this sport. I mean, you can ask any of the riders; it's definitely difficult. It's a 24/7 job. There's not much of a letdown, like kind of off days, really. So it was I was bummed when I seen that, and he knew straight away that it was the collarbone broken, I think it was, or something. But Yeah, it's a shame. You never want to see anyone get hurt like that, but my mental kind of still stayed the same, and I want to either just keep on getting the race wins and just kind of click off overall wins, which tonight didn't really go to plan, but it is what it is. I got a podium, but no, it hasn't really changed much, just trying to finish this off earlier.
All right, thank you.
Jamie.
RJ, I want to go to you, man. You talked a little bit tonight about the crashes tonight. You've talked in the past about trying to clean up those little mistakes where you hit the deck at obviously inopportune times. In that third race, is that in the back of your head that, man, I cannot crash, especially when you got Phil Nicoletti ready to blast you if you make a mistake?
I mean, honestly, I just kind of was like, I took a glance at the leaderboard, and I didn't see Jet in the top 5. So I was like, okay, like, just chill out. You know, at that point, I had Pierce all over me, and I was like, man, I don't know what he's thinking right now, and I know he was kind of probably going to run it in on me. So I was like, I almost kind of checked up and was like, here, dude, like, have it. Like, I'm pretty good right now. Let me follow behind you. If I need to make the pass here at the end, I can. But it was more just kind of like making sure I was in the position to have a shot still at this, you know, overall. I think my mile per hour dropped probably 20 in the whoops by the end of that last lap. But yeah, I mean, I don't sit here and think about, you know, crashes or, you know, think about the negativity or whatever. Like, man, I'm just a positive guy, and I want to be the best I can be. Like, you get the best every time. And that's, yeah, a lot of the time I end up, you know, on my head or whatever. But like I said, we're out here. We all want to win. You know, we have a family, we have a team, you know, a lot of guys behind you. So, yeah, there's pressure, but you want to be the best you can. And, yeah, I mean, a lot of the times it hasn't worked out too well for me, but tonight it did. So we're going to take that positive and try to build on it, get another good week on this bike, and, you know, hopefully have some more comfort coming Atlanta next weekend.
Awesome, man. Well, congrats to the team, you and Ashley, the family, everything. It's good to see you, man. Good.
Thank you.
Keep them coming. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
East-West Showdown. See you guys next week. Congrats.